Fire producer.
Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul, joined by Jack Weinberger, Robert Ziggy Ziegler up at Harvard University.
And the useless producer, Zach.
And the
worst executive producer in the game.
Producer Zach, who,
I'm just having fun.
as we're watching the
Test
stream
run.
right here, getting ready to go, all of a sudden I see us talking on screen, and I went, wait a second, we're not live yet, are we? And producer Zach had no idea that we were currently showing ourselves on camera right now. But
Cheers
that's okay.
to a nice
That's okay.
Tuesday night as well. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers everyone. We got
We got our beers.
our beers here, unsponsored.
Ziggy has his
beers.
vodka.
Cover the logos. Ziggy's got his vodka.
Ooh.
Producer Zach with an iced tea. So crack a beverage. We're going to have some fun on a Tuesday night. A lot of NFL news today. Producer Zach's birthday, though, by the way, was March 2nd. Which is yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Producer Zach's birthday.
2 days ago.
Round of applause for Zach. Oh, no, this is live right now.
I feel
You
bad.
feeling a little hungover, producer Zach? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I think that's
Went a
what
little
it
too hard
is.
on your birthday.
I feel bad because I texted Zach yesterday in our group chat, happy birthday. Like, I wish him happy birthday. But then when I saw him in person later that night, I didn't say it.
I said
So
it
I
when we left last night.
I felt bad. But
When's
happy birthday, Zach. I
you.
forgot
Same
to.
birthday as Dr. Seuss.
Ben
Same birthday as
Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger. So far, we're off to a hot start. And I didn't know. Do you know Tua Tagovailoa? His
yeah.
birthday was
No,
yesterday.
I don't care.
The Dolphins didn't wish him happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Could
How
that
we didn't-
be?
That's so funny.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Could that be the best slate of birthdays of all time?
Well, it depends. Yeah,
There's some complaints you can raise about all three of those figures.
A Hall of Famer, a good author, Ben Roethlisberger.
and Zach, and a great producer, a Hall of Fame producer.
Maybe the worst quarterback we'll ever see.
Yeah, it's
No, Tua's a Hall of Famer.
How can you not wish him a happy birthday while he's still on your roster? That feels a little petty to
He's
me.
not on the roster. We literally said we're gonna.
Yeah,
cut
I guess so.
But he is
he's
on the
technically
roster.
still on the roster though.
And I feel like saying you're cut. Oh, by the way, happy birthday.
Yeah,
that would
maybe
be worse. I think.
Maybe it's a little strange. And Ziggy, I have to say we can't let you off the leash here either or off the hook because you had a camera the other day that was the foggiest you've ever seen a camera on this show.
It
Before
was
we
Silent
start,
Hill inspired.
I say to Ziggy, you want to wipe that camera real quick? And he goes, oh yeah, sure.
That is not.
He
What
goes,
happened.
oh yeah, sure. Puts himself off, takes the camera off, and comes back
I
on
don't know why
looking
we're making
exactly the
things up.
same. And then today he comes on and goes, oh, I thought it'd be a good idea to wipe my camera. It's like, I can't.
That's what Ziggy does. though. Ziggy does
You
that.
try to produce, like, there's just only so much producing you can do on this show here. But yeah, a great, you could say a great day, but a great day of NFL content, at least, as far as March 3rd goes, where it feels like we're a little bit in the lag of the NFL offseason, really before the season starts officially next week. But just brutal news for the Bears, which we'll get to. I guess we disagree on how brutal this is, as we were discussing off air.
Not the Cal Golden Bears, though.
Not the Cal Golden Bears.
They just had a
the
big
Chicago
quad
Bears.
one win.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, Notre Dame basketball is going to squeak into the ACC tournament, probably.
That's one of the funniest lines I've ever heard.
The
I'm going to be
15 seed.
100% serious. I care more about Cal basketball than Notre Dame basketball.
Well, they're better.
Cal
right?
had a big quad. They're part of the last four in most brackets now, Cal.
I love the NCAA tournament so much, and I've never had a team like Notre Dame's been in it one time since we've gone to school there. It's so bad.
It's all right. We'll win Nick Wright's pick'em or whatever that.
Oh yeah, we joined Nick Wright's Pick'em Ziggy today. Me, Jack, and Michael. Sorry, Zach, I didn't text you about it because I didn't think
no,
you'd care.
I'm not-
Well, I'm sorry. I
Or
didn't
me,
think you'd
or
care.
me.
I didn't text you either. I texted Jack and our buddy Mike. Nick Wright's doing like a $3 million survivor pool, which I know. Again, Nick said this on a show this morning, and I was like, wait a second. There's only 293 people in this thing right now. And I got Jack and Mike and me combined. Like this.
All you need is me alone, and then add two more
Well,
people.
no. I think I actually might be better come tournament time.
Well, Paul could have added.
I mean,
Jack, you would have taken Clemson in the first round last year.
no, but there's a difference between
not
Jack,
a
hopeful Jack
pick'em.
and astute Jack.
Yeah. Me to try to win $3 million, you're
It's
gonna
on.
get a.
Oh, you're putting together three of the best college basketball minds.
I told you, I consider myself to be the top 4 college basketball mind in the world, behind John Rothstein, my dad, and my old coworker Ben Stevens.
And then, in March, me as well, probably. Right?
Yeah, March, you're not bad.
Not chalk. What did Michael call me? The king of chalk? The king of
Something
chalk
like this.
today?
Chalk talk or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, that's what I said. Yeah, chalk talk could be our segment. By the way, we're going to have Ben Stevens, formerly of Sports Grid. Where is he on now?
VSIN.
VSIN.
Lives out in California. in
We
LA.
did a really fun show 2 years ago with Ben. Every year, probably one of my favorite shows is the March Madness show we do. And this year, We got Ben back. You could go and look 2 years ago. We had Ben on the show. Just an awesome time going through the bracket, sharing our upset picks. And this show's been pretty profitable come NCAA tournament time. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I won like $7,000 last year. It was awesome. A lot of fun. So if you want to tune in, we're pretty decent at this, actually. Can't guarantee anything. But we're going to have Ben Stevens on Monday after Selection Sunday. That'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait for it.
I'm excited for that. That'll be fun.
Before one more thing before football. When does World Baseball Classic start?
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next
Apparently, Team USA just beat the crap out of the San Francisco Giants.
Doesn't it start on Thursday?
Is it Thursday?
Starts. Yeah, maybe it is Thursday. Actually, could be Thursday.
I thought it started on Thursday.
I know the championship's next Tuesday. Yeah, maybe it is Thursday. It's coming up. But yeah, there's Team USA just beat the Giants 15-1 in an exhibition.
That's encouraging. that's wait. So there is no Giant on the team though, right?
I don't think so because then they probably wouldn't have played the Giants.
Well, I mean, why not? I mean, maybe just. I guess they just paid the Giants to get their ass whooped, right?
Yeah,
That's pretty much what they did.
I don't know if there's any Giants or not. I'm not sure.
And we're still not the favorite.
No, Japan.
With the super team. Who's on Team Japan? I know
mean, like,
Otani, but like
Shohei, they have like Yamamoto. I don't really know who else.
Is this tournament? Is it single elimination?
I think there's like dudes out in Japan who no one knows about who are better than
some major league
players.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
sure. I mean, well, a lot of those guys do come over, right?
Yeah, so that could be
where
like
they were
baked into the odds as well.
And they beat.
But like it's if you have to pick a position group to have absolutely stacked for like a single elimination baseball tournament,
it's pitcher. Well, that's why.
Well, US has Skeen, Skubal, and
I was gonna say that's why the Pirates, once they get into the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Pitching matters, baby.
It's on.
I mean, these guys, best rotation in baseball. What's the current
talk
odd?
about sport people
I'd say number
care
2.
about?
Yeah, people want to talk football. Okay, so yeah, a lot happened. In
It's
football
almost
today.
opening day, Ziggy.
I see right here from a listener, Kurt. He says, from the Amphibinator. He says, honestly, I don't really care what the Vikings do. It's a little insulting. Feels like most of the NFC North fans don't really care what the Vikings do at all.
Care? I don't care.
Well, they should.
So today, a big piece of news, I would say, for Vikings fans is the Cardinals informed Kyler Murray that they're going to release him next Wednesday at the start of the new league year. He's guaranteed $36.8 million for 2026, so it kind of makes sense. They save a lot of money here. He's not part of their future plans. And Kyler, according to a source, which Ziggy says is Kyler Murray's agent, according to sources, Kyler has 2 preferred teams. I have to imagine the Minnesota Vikings are one of them.
Well, it's us 2 right here.
You are probably the other one, right?
It's us 2 right here.
Ziggy, you think it's Vikings and Steelers?
The Vikings are definitely one of them. I have a hard time seeing it being the Steelers.
Yeah, who else would it be? We're gonna have AJ Brown and DK. You wouldn't want to go there?
I think Miami is an interesting landing spot, actually, for a guy like Kyler.
Now, are you saying a guy like Kyler because Kyler would want to chill out on the beach, play some video games, or are you saying professionally for Kyler?
The thing about Kyler is there's always rumors and innuendos that this guy doesn't work hard, but the people who are actually there say he does. I think Miami is a good spot for him because they have a lot of weapons on offense. And it's a new regime that might be willing to give. Dolphins fans are desperate for some level of quarterback play. And they're unlikely, I think. I know they're tearing things down, but they've still got weapons on offense. I don't see what you want in Pittsburgh, where the fans expect a Super Bowl, and if you suck, you're going to get immediately kicked out.
But you see what's appealing for the Dolphins?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I think if he plays okay with the Dolphins, he'll probably get extended there. I think in Pittsburgh, I don't think he has any future in Pittsburgh, no matter how well he plays, barring incredible MVP level Kyler.
Oh, so you're saying for his own
He's saying the Dolphins are more likely to give him a long-term deal.
You can scam Miami into a long-term deal much easier than you can scam Pittsburgh into a long-term deal.
That I could understand. I thought more Kyler wants to go and try to be successful with that next team.
Yeah,
the Dolphins.
I can see Atlanta too.
I'd rather play for the Dolphins as a quarterback this year than the Steelers.
Same, it's 80 degrees every day there.
Why, Ziggy? Why would you rather be down in Miami?
Amazingly, despite the Dolphins being a team I think is not very good, I still like their offense more than the Steelers.
You got Waddle, you got Achane, and then in Pittsburgh,
and you don't have the worst offensive line in football.
We have DK and AJ Brown.
That is a tough thing for you guys, Jack. Your weapons are it's tough right now.
We're gonna have AJ. It's gonna be DK and AJ.
Well, you need to get AJ Brown first.
We're going to get AJ
And if
Brown.
you don't get AJ Brown, I don't know what you're rolling out there. This
AJ
comes
Brown
down.
has been getting traded imminently for 3 seasons in a row.
I love this. General Barnaky says Call of Duty, the Minnesota campaign.
What if Zach gets fired from here, and then goes his next job as the center for the Bears?
I could see a world. Zach's lost some weight though from where he would need to be.
Do those jobs go up on like Indeed.com? Like, do you go on Indeed and look up like search for football and you see like Bears center, or does that not a?
It might be a good way to attract people like Zach. Zach would probably be more likely to see it.
What if Zach were to apply and like BS everything and be like, oh, guy 6'6",
Okay, well, I want to bring it back to Kyler for a second here before we will get to the Bears at some point.
No one cares about Kyler stinks.
Well, but there's an interesting question for Minnesota, right? Kyler's going to be cut. He's going to be available right away. I think Geno Smith is probably the preferred candidate in Minnesota. But at a certain point, if you're the Vikings, if Kyler's available and teams are going to reach out to him, you might have to make a decision very soon next week about whether you want to roll the dice on Geno, commit to Kyler, or do something else.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is the question, right? It's what are the Vikings going to do at quarterback? We talked about it ad nauseum, I'd say, on this show. And I was listening to a couple other Viking reporters today after Kyler was released, and I have the same exact opinion as these guys, where I have no idea what the Vikings are thinking. This is probably the most confused I've been about the state of this team in my life, maybe in my entire lifetime, because one day you hear a report that they're all in on JJ, right? A lot of the team is saying the right things mostly about JJ, and then all the reporting is they're interested in Geno, they're interested in Kyler, they're interested in Cousins, they're interested in Tua, and it's just like, where are we? And the team wants to compete right now, but then Jonathan Grenard might get traded. Like, okay, are you really going all in on a Super Bowl team if you're about to trade your best defensive player? Like, I just have no idea where they're at. And I don't even know if they know.
Well, call them up. You could ask.
I would love to, but I'm not even sure. And this is what's so scary is we had so much faith in the Vikings and their management and coaching a year ago from where right now. And after the disaster that was 2025, I don't know who I trust there. I really don't know who to believe in.
Well, this might make Kyler Murray the perfect quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, because I don't know who Kyler Murray is either. I'm just going to read you
that makes sense.
2020, his quarterback ratings under pressure.
I think he stinks.
64.8, 78.3, 33.6, 84.0, 49.9. That's alternating between top 5 and bottom 40 in the NFL for quarterback rating under pressure. Running, he's 4th in total yards and touchdowns behind just Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, and Jalen Hurts since 2020. Like, if you can get this guy to play good football under pressure, he can play like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But they just couldn't figure out how to do it consistently in Arizona.
Well, I've always liked Kyler. Jack has always not liked Kyler.
I'm not a massive Kyler. I'm not a massive
Kyler. I remember we used to, years ago on the show, when he was having good years, you're like, disaster.
I mean, like, there are guys where like you can envision them, you know, being one of those, the final quarterback standing and playing that big game, winning a Super Bowl. Like, I can never, ever see Kyler Murray winning a franchise anything.
Well, do you know?
I can't.
You know where I've switched my brain to? The way I was thinking, and as of, 2 days ago when we released an episode, I keep speaking as if Kyler Murray coming to the Vikings would automatically give him the job, as if he's the kind of guy who's not being cut by his team right now, but rather somebody that, if he comes in, will automatically be given that role. If you told me you can bring any of these other guys in to compete with McCarthy, and the best man gets the job, right, which is how it should be, how it will be, I would absolutely pick Kyler outside of Aaron Rodgers. I would pick Kyler any day of the week over Tua, over Geno, over Kirk. He's the guy that I think can actually raise the ceiling if you can get him to turn back into what he used to be. Now you're talking about a really good quarterback for a few years. And with O'Connell, the weapons, you never know. But I would love if the Vikings signed him and let him and JJ duel. I don't think it necessarily means you have to move on from McCarthy.
I thought you were going to say you'd definitely take Kyler over McCarthy. I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I really would.
100%. McCarthy is the worst quarterback ever. Kyle-
I mean,
He's
the
only played
numbers
10
for
games.
Kyler continue to look good, right? He's 6th in completion percentage since 2020. His sacks percentage is always near the top of the NFL. Like he's been with one of. Can we agree that Arizona has been one of the worst offensive supporting casts since maybe 2021?
It's a
Since
nightmare.
like DeAndre Hopkins stopped being good.
Well, I like James. Hey, careful. You got a big James Conner guy in producer Zach.
And who else?
And a big James Conner guy in Jack, a Pitt Panther
Yeah, this
fan.
is
This is not the show to be throwing around James Conner slander.
You're walking on thin ice.
What wide
Yeah.
receivers have the Cardinals had?
Well, that's fair.
Larry Fitzgerald.
That's
Yeah,
that's fair.
there's been nobody there, and he's put up consistently
see,
above average.
Notre Dame
football.
legend Michael Floyd. Wasn't he there as well?
Look, all I'm saying is when Kyler Murray had DeAndre Hopkins to throw the ball to, he looked like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and was able to feed DeAndre Hopkins the ball effectively. If you could get JJ McCarthy to get the ball effectively to Justin Jefferson last year, we win the division. We win some playoff games. We might win the Super Bowl. All you need to do in Minnesota is get the ball to Justin Jefferson and occasionally either scramble or throw the ball to someone else. That's all you have to do.
I think Jefferson's best year is behind him, though.
They might be. At this point.
I don't like.
Well, he's 20. He's 25 years old.
He's
He's 20,
but
he's
it's hard.
20, he's,
Like, it's
20
hard-
he's gonna be 26 next
But
year.
he's probably after one of the best starts ever. Like to expect consistent what he's done would be just insanity.
Well, here's the thing. I think it is insanity, but when you set the bar where he has, and you are Justin Jefferson, it's kind of just an unfortunate, I guess, expectation that comes with his excellence is that we do expect him to be.
And then what did he do last year?
1,600 yards. He had like 1,100 yards last year. It was a tough year. He had 1,100 yards, around 1,100 in a year where actually probably closer to 1,000. Pretty sure he went over 1,000 towards the end of the year.
But he was still
last
number
game.
12 in receiving yards last year. And people were acting like he's a bum.
No, but it's just
Well, no, I mean to come out it's you expect JJ to go for 1,900
No, but
yards.
you have to keep in mind when your quarterback throws for -3 passing yards in the game, that's like you were injured for the game.
yeah, it is. You can't do anything.
When your offense literally has no passing yards for the entire football
Well,
game.
he's got to get open for him to throw in the ball. Maybe he was being locked up.
And I will say Justin Jefferson did regress significantly at getting open. But why bother getting open?
He just didn't.
Why even try?
No one seemed happy to be on the field in Minnesota.
I know when you're
last year.
playing with a bet when you play pickup football and Zach's my quarterback, I don't even try to get open. When I play with you or
thank you.
Brian, who's good, I'll be like, all right, let me try to do something here. But it's Zach or Mike. I'm I just
I love our friend Brian.
I'm sorry, Zach. I'm also a horrendous quarterback too.
I'd like in the world of pickup football amongst friends. I think Brian and I are in separate tiers, to be honest. So that might just be.
Yeah, Sayer's above you.
Oh no, I don't think so. Brian can launch it, but the accuracy is on.
I mean, Brian could launch the ball.
I think I can throw farther than
I'll ask you this right now,
I
Paul.
think. Yeah.
Do you think the Minnesota Vikings with Kyler Murray are a playoff team? I'm not saying even win a game in the playoffs. If we sign Kyler Murray next week, and assuming we don't blow up the roster or do anything crazy like that, do you expect the Minnesota Vikings to make the playoffs?
Do I expect? I would expect them to, but I don't think they would. Does that make sense? I think the expectation is we should go to the playoffs. I don't think they would.
That's crazy.
I'm
I
asking
think there's
what
a
you
good
think
chance
will
they would.
happen.
I think there's definitely a chance. Going into the year with JJ right now, it's totally, I have no hope at this point. I'm saying I have hope publicly because I want to put out optimism. But I mean, how can you be optimistic after watching what we saw last year? It was horrible. It is a rookie. He was a rookie quarterback who didn't play very well. So you can't think, it's hard to think that they're going to go to the playoffs with McCarthy next year. Is there a world where he develops? Yeah, he's only played 10 games.
But I'll tell you the truth, Paul. The Minnesota Vikings are not expecting that either. The reason they're shopping Jonathan Grenard, I really believe, is because if JJ McCarthy's coming back and they don't feel like they have the quarterback they want, I don't think the Minnesota Vikings are expecting to do anything either.
No, I know.
You don't shop players like Jonathan Grenard if you think your roster as it is close to making the playoffs.
That's what I'm coming down onto right now. I feel like we're
They said they were getting rid of him for cap reasons. They don't want to get rid of him.
I mean, they're putting that out so that they're not committal. Like, the Vikings can get under the cap a bunch of ways. Trading away your good players gets you under the cap without making future financial commitments. But there's other things they can do.
It's sad to see Grenard. If they trade him, it would be sad to see him go, because he was great last year. I know he only had 3 sacks in 12 games, which is a huge fall off from 2024 when he had 12 and a half. But if you watched, Jonathan Grenard had to have been he had to have had the most near sacks in football that I've ever seen.
Look at this comment from Jen Barnick. He sacks Billy Bob from Varsity Blues.
I have no idea who that is.
That's funny.
Well, Billy Bob's a hero.
Oh, Billy Bob's awesome.
a hero in that
Billy Bob
movie.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Billy Bob, you got to go watch Varsity Blues, Zach.
I guess so.
Well,
I don't think it's a compliment.
This live right now.
think
If
it
you're
is
enjoying our conversation, please hit that like button. Helps push us up the YouTube algorithm while we're live. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Our YouTube metrics tell us that 65% of the people who watch our videos are not subscribed. Like regular viewers. If you're a regular viewer, it's so easy to forget to click that subscribe button. It makes a huge difference as we're chasing down 30,000 subscribers.
How long have we been chasing?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
How long have we been chasing 30,000?
A year.
If the people who watch our video, every single video that aren't subscribed, if all of them click subscribe, we'd be at 30,000 instantly.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We'd be probably over
Do
31,000.
you really want to miss the next stuff we're going to be up to this offseason? Do you want to miss the next live that comes along? Do you want to miss our next video?
I can't
where
imagine.
Jack could do anything?
You never know what's going to happen.
You're gonna miss the Green Things draft all over again.
We had a Green Things draft. Yeah, it was an abysmal draft.
You never
can
know
go
what's going
check
to
it out
happen
from our last episode.
on a live show in the offseason.
So, all right, before we move on from Kyle, Ziggy, if gun to your head, you have to pick one of these free agent quarterbacks to come into Minnesota. Who's it going to be?
I'm going to factor in price and the rest, because people talk about trades or whatever. I became convinced that, I'll tell you this.
You're going to be a sucker. I know what you're going to say.
Matt Collar convinced me that Kyler Murray's the guy.
Okay. I thought you were going to be suckered into Geno.
No, I believe the Raiders held Geno back, but Geno Smith over the past 3 years leads the NFL in interceptions and sacks.
Yeah, I know. That's why
I think he's better than he was with the Raiders. I want to be clear about that, but I don't think he's particularly good. I feel like the Geno Smith thing is looking too much for a guy who's a scheme fit. If we can't get Kyler, then I'm fine bringing in Carson Wentz. I don't think anyone else matters.
Yes, I think that's right. I think
Joe
that's
Flacco.
Right.
What about him?
No. It's Kyler. I'll say Rodgers too if he's available. But other than that, it's Kyler or bust for me, as far as who I'd want over McCarthy potentially.
Not Malik.
Tyrod?
Malik will be a Dolphin. Don't you worry.
Tyrod Taylor?
Malik's gonna be a Cardinal. The Cardinals are gonna go get Malik after moving on from Kyler.
He's gonna be a Dolphin.
I like Malik Willis. I've completely changed my tune on him. Malik Willis could be. Well, we'll see what he turns into. But there's a chance he becomes the most wrong I've ever been about an individual player. On the show where we have video of me actually criticizing someone. And I wasn't even really, I just say he can't throw. I said he can't throw a football. And I think what I was watching and how I was reacting was right up until last season. Go ahead.
You have to realize, and now we see it with Cam Ward, he was on an abysmal team.
Oh, in Tennessee.
But
I mean, even when that's
Cam Ward's also
Players
just
very rarely go from being, because he was also an abysmal quarterback.
Yes,
Will
that's
Levis,
the thing.
one of the worst quarterbacks we've seen in a while, was significantly better than him.
Well, Will Levis, it's unbelievable still that we had to drink the coffee with mayo.
Is he still in the league?
Levis he's still in the league, but
where is he?
The one good game that he had.
That's true.
Was the first game when we threw down the gauntlet and said if Will Levis wins this game, we'll drink mayo.
He almost then beat the Steelers too the week after.
He beat the Dolphins that year. And we were good that year.
Oh, they were 14-point favorites in that game.
What I was saying about Malik though is even 2 years ago when Love got hurt against Philly, and Malik came in. I know that LaFleur and the Packers were pretty vocal about how the playbook was still open to him. It didn't feel open to Malik Willis. They had him make one or two throws, and to his credit, he made them in those games in 2023 or 2024. But you could tell, they ran the football. Josh Jacobs had a lot of carries. Malik Willis had a lot of carries. Last year was the first time where there were a couple games that he came into, and you're like, whoa, this guy can launch it. And like real zip on the ball, real accuracy.
And with teams that had a chance to prep for him too, they could look at some game tape and say, here's what the Packers want to do.
I mean, the Bears game was a big game. That was a really big football game, and he was great. That won him. That got him the money.
I think the Amphibinator nailed it here with Jameis Winston. Imagine you get Jameis and he just drops back and throws the ball 900 yards to Justin Jefferson every play. I mean, that would be amazing.
On my team.
Why?
Jameis is entertaining, but I wouldn't want him.
You don't want Jameis?
No Derek Carr love, Paul. No Derek Carr love.
Jameis is better than Malik Willis.
I have a hard time getting excited about Derek Carr when he hasn't played on a team in
you take Willis over Jameis?
2 years by the time it's.
My general view is that you shouldn't sign players who have medically retired from the NFL to play football for you.
I was so sometimes I try. I can't relate, as you guys are aware. I can't relate to what it's like to take off from being a professional athlete for a year or two and then come back. But I was watching a very brief scene from The Last Dance a couple nights ago, the Michael Jordan documentary. And it was during the time I wanted to watch the scene where he comes back and they play the Magic, and I can't remember who it was. Anderson on Orlando says 45 ain't 23. And Jordan comes back, has 40 points or whatever. But they lose that series. And I was watching the offseason when he's at Warner Brothers filming Space Jam, and they're talking to Michael and his trainer, and they're like, he was nowhere near basketball shape after 2 years off. The whole body had been shifted to baseball. And Jordan was saying, I had to work on my chest, I had to work on shoulders. And I was just thinking, I don't know why my brain went here, but I was like, for a dude like Deshaun Watson, right? Or a dude like Derek Carr, who didn't play football for a year, 2 years before coming back, like, maybe that impact is a little bigger than we think, or at least some of us think.
Because Michael Jordan, let's not forget, was a professional athlete.
Yes, and he's Michael Jordan too. So I was just thinking, okay, Deshaun Watson takes his time off. Deshaun Watson doesn't play football for a couple of years. When he came back, I thought he was going to be good on Cleveland. I think Ziggy picked them to win the division in one of our episodes. And
that was still while we were doing an actual radio show, right?
No, that was the beginning. That was at Zach's grandma's basement.
I think I remember calling you like a fool right after you said
you did,
that.
yeah. You played your part, the Steeler fan. But still, I thought Deshaun Watson would be good. And now I'm like, you know what? I guess taking this much time off really does affect you. You're just not in football shape. Even if you come out and you're like, oh, he's in the best shape of his life.
I would say, of course, these guys, like the natural ability is through the roof. But at a level like this, like you can't do what I did back in high school and just be like a natural, ability.
I mean, you could do whatever you wanted.
No one's quite like me.
Wait. Can you tell Ziggy what you said? What you said to our coach?
Yes, Ziggy. I was.
This is ridiculous. Actually, kind of makes sense though.
I ran track and cross country. I was one of the best in the school, and state, and I would win.
It's Northeastern. That means nothing.
I would win.
We had a random kid off my kid in Southern California go to Connecticut. In his first race, he set the state record. He couldn't make varsity.
I would have beat him. Anyway, I was the best runner on the team since freshman year.
The humblest. Too.
And my work ethic wasn't great, but I was very naturally gifted. So I would always skip Saturday morning practice because I didn't want to show up and wake up Saturday morning and go to practice. I had the whole week of school. It was long. I didn't want to go to Saturday. So the coaches kind of got annoyed with me. But then I told one of my coaches, I'm like, listen, like I'm the best runner on the team. Like I beat everybody else every meet. And I am so much better when I get 2 days off and worse when I practice on Saturday. So I need this for my body to have off on the weekends. And they're like, you know what? Sure. Like we'll give you off on Saturdays, Jack. So anyway, but to my point, I didn't put in a lot of work ethic, but it was just fast. But to be a professional athlete, like the natural talent is there, but the work ethic that these guys have outside of their just natural ability is, I couldn't even imagine.
It's next level.
Like, so I mean, like not playing professional football for even a season, if anything longer than that, it throws off your whole routine, especially a sport you're getting hit to constantly.
unless you're Phillip Rivers.
I mean, it's got to be brutal coming back.
I don't know. Gronk did it.
Oh, sure. Like a lot of people probably have.
Darren Waller did it.
But I don't
But
think it's
Gronk
easy.
also was training to come back the whole time.
Gronk also was
is
not
one of the greatest to ever do it.
What about Darren Waller? Comes back to Miami.
No, Darren Waller had a good year, but I mean, Gronk was not the Gronk from New England. He was also a lot older at that point in time. But yeah, I mean, Ziggy, that's a long way of saying that.
That's
no,
hard.
I'm not really. I wouldn't get too excited over Derek Carr after everything that's gone on. There's articles are coming out here. Tua Tagovailoa can solve the Minnesota quarterback problem.
No, he can't. I'd rather have Carson Wentz.
I hope he goes to Minnesota.
Why not Jameis Winston?
Why Jameis Winston?
The guy who hasn't he had like 30-something touchdowns each year in Tampa Bay?
He throws 30 interceptions too.
That was Jack. The last time he played a full season.
Okay, well, that's the trade-off.
2019.
He got Mike Evans to over 1,000 yards every year. Imagine Jameis with Justin Jefferson.
I have no interest in Jameis.
Weren't his numbers in Tampa like 4,000 yards, 35
Jack,
touchdowns?
that was 6 years ago.
I mean, yeah, but he's like, how do we know he's not still that good? We don't know.
I mean, yeah,
You're
we
right,
kind of
Phillip
Like
Rivers
he was the Giants' best quarterback. Was he not? Like when Jameis came in, who did they almost beat? They almost beat the Lions on the road.
You know how we know Jameis Winston isn't good? Because our friend just saw him walking around.
I think Jameis is a
Well,
fine
he's a
backup.
human, Zach. He walks around like we do.
I think he's a fine backup, but I don't want Jameis Winston leading the charge next year. You're not going to go to the playoffs.
But like, you'd rather take Malik Willis over Jameis? That doesn't
Yes,
make any-
because Malik Willis is
more upside.
Yeah, he's a younger quarterback who, if he works out, maybe you got something. Winston, how old is Jameis? 30.
No, I think Winston's got more upside.
All right.
I think he's got more downside too.
Yeah, I can't.
That's not a crazy statement.
Did you guys see also Daniel Jones was transition tagged by the Colts today?
How many people in this chat even know what a transition tag is?
Wow, you're really just gonna go off on the chat, huh? Like that, Ziggy.
I
Do you
found
know
it
what a transition tag is, producer Zach?
No idea what a transition tag is, but
because
I was asking my roommate, who's a football super fan, and I was surprised no one knows what a transition tag is.
Can you explain in 15 seconds to people?
Yeah.
Great, let's do it.
Franchise tag, you're paid top 5 salary. Transition tag, you're paid top 10. You're basically a restricted free agent. Teams can negotiate with you and sign you to a contract if you want. The team that tagged you has first refusal, but if you leave, the team doesn't get any draft picks.
Yeah, so what's interesting about the transition tag, it's not used very often for the reasons Ziggy said right there. If another team gives an offer to Daniel Jones right now, the Colts have the opportunity to match it. But if they don't, Daniel Jones just goes to that team and the Colts get nothing. Whereas with the franchise tag, a non-exclusive franchise tag, if the Colts decided not to match it, Daniel Jones goes to the other team and they get 2 first-round draft picks. So the benefit, right, is that you're spending less money because you're paying him the average of the top 10 at the position rather than the average of the top 5 with the
They saved about $7 million.
But there are a lot of Colts fans who are coming out today and they're saying, man, why didn't we just spend the extra $6 or $7 million, basically lock up Daniel Jones, as opposed to now the door is open, right? It's probably not going to happen, but there's a world where if a team comes along and says, hey, we really want Daniel Jones, they can outbid the Colts, and the Colts will get nothing.
I think
it's possible. No, go ahead.
Yeah, but I think this is a good move from the Colts because barring a truly incredible offer, like 5 years, $250 million, the Colts, I think, want to keep Daniel Jones around long term because they don't have any first-round draft picks because of the Sauce Gardner deal. I think they want some other team to do the negotiating for them, figure out what Daniel Jones is worth, and they can just swoop in and not overpay him.
That's the hope right there. But it's a little uncomfortable if you're a Colts fan while we wait for this, for the season to start, or I guess to get through some of free agency. Because if they lose, if they were to lose Daniel Jones, it gets ugly there pretty quick.
There is no deal
I would be
NFL
shocked.
team is going to offer Daniel Jones.
I would be shocked. But I was really interesting. The transition tag has only been used 20 times since
I've
2000.
never heard of it before.
No, most people never heard of it either.
Heard of it.
But I just found it really interesting reading about it and the pros and cons versus the franchise tag. Maybe Ziggy and I are a little bit more nerds in that regard. But yeah, there's only 3 players to ever play through the season on a transition tag. Usually some sort of a deal is worked out.
Players usually don't play through the season on a franchise tag either, unless they're in Cincinnati. I'm trying to think who got Kyle Duggar got one. I know in 2024.
Didn't Le'Veon Bell get a franchise tag?
Well, franchise tag,
Yeah,
not
that was
transition
weird.
tag.
Oh,
I'm trying to think about who else has gotten a transition tag.
does that actually exist? I've never heard of it.
Oh, Kyle Fuller did with the Bears.
And he played through?
I'm not sure whether or not.
I don't think he did. Yeah, and I think
Did Kenyon Drake get one?
I have no
He
idea.
got either transition or franchise, like whatever. It doesn't matter. This is the Colts basically just saying we don't want to lose Daniel Jones to some BS, but we also don't want to risk paying him a ton of money when we don't have to if no team wants him.
A slight roll of the dice from Indianapolis, but they should be fine. And this is the problem. I still think even with Daniel Jones there, I don't get too excited about the Colts next season.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Like, it's not bad. I think he's decent.
See, I guess this is the Vikings conundrum. Is I'm looking at Daniel Jones and I'm saying like, would I be excited? Where this year, if you put him on the Vikings, we're probably a playoff team, potentially winning the division. I'm too greedy.
Week 1, the Colts will win the division.
I still like Jackson.
The only thing that sucks about this for the Colts is that now Alec Pierce is probably going to walk.
I see a lot of people are leaving some super chats too, and we'll get to these towards the end of the episode. I want to talk with you guys. This is probably the biggest news out of the NFC North today, at least. And it's great news if you're a Viking, Lion, or Packer fan. Bears center Drew Dalman is retiring. He's 27 years old. Dalman, just a few stats here. So he signed a 3-year, $42 million contract with the Bears last offseason. Bears O-line, number 1 in pass block win rate, 5th in run block win rate. Dalman, 8th best pass block win rate of all interior offensive linemen last year. Started all 17 games. Caleb goes from being sacked 68 times to 24 last year. And at 27 years old, Drew Dalman decides to hang up the cleats.
He's a center.
I think this is a
center.
Brutal loss.
Willa Rosa was a center.
I think it's a brutal loss for a team that you feel so good about that interior that you reworked, and to lose someone who is so reliable and as good as Dalman was, you already have some problems at left tackle with Ozzie Trapillo recovering from the ACL. Like it throws in more uncertainty for a team that feels like they're ready to win right now.
And I'll tell you, the Chicago Bears are probably kicking themselves over how they structured his contract. If they had made more of that base salary into a signing bonus, they could demand basically all of it back. And him having to give up, the Bears could have made it so retiring here would cost him $16 million rather than like $3 million. If you're the Bears GM, you're probably thinking, boy, we could have had him by the balls here and forced him to play for us.
But also, too, I mean, you can't blame the guy. Like, I know these guys love playing.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know what his deal is.
I feel like you can love playing wide receiver or you can love playing quarterback. I don't think that you love playing center. Like, he's played 5 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's made his money. As a center, you're getting your head bashed in. Play after play. Like, how long can you last in the NFL enjoying going up against these 500-foot monsters just destroying you every
You got Jalen Carter on the other side. You got
that's not fun.
Leonard Williams.
Like $11 million in the bag.
Like, you can say like, oh, and these guys just love what they do. You can't love just being attacked every play. Right? You don't love it.
I wouldn't.
It's torture. And like, he's played 5 years. He's made his money. Like, can you blame him? Like, absolutely not.
No, I don't blame him. I think it's a bad loss for Chicago.
Oh,
but I don't blame.
You can't blame the guy at all. I mean,
I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Where is he hurt? Maybe is there something going on? You know, obviously you hope he's okay. At the same time, if he's not, I get why you'd want to walk away. But I also think, if there's nothing wrong, then as a Bears fan, I'm kind of like, what the hell, man? Like, we made this big commitment, and you're just leaving.
Yes, but if I were a Bears fan, I'm also thinking they've been connected in the trade market to a certain Max Crosby, and with something like $12 million coming off their books this year in salary in cap, this makes that deal a heck of a lot easier if it's something they want to do.
That would be horrible.
It's Drew Dalman is a good player, but I think that he is replaceable. not necessarily replaceable with a player at the same level, but the Bears are being connected a lot to Tyler Biadasz from Washington, who isn't that great, but is fine. Like, it's, don't tell a Lions fan this, but finding competency at center is usually something you can do. And this is a little different than Frank Ragnow, right? Who was like a perennial All-Pro. If they sign a replacement level center and bring in Max Crosby with the saved money, I think I'm more scared of Chicago than I was last week.
Yes, if Max Crosby becomes a Chicago Bear, we all agree they rise a level.
How can you? It's just funny, like hearing Ziggy say, he's not great, but he's. I guess I'm such a casual. Like, I could never tell. I mean, how do you tell who's a good? I just watch him all snap the ball to the quarterback. Like, how do you tell who's a very good center?
Well, you look at him block and see what happens.
Like the blocking ability and like the.
I mean, the Steelers have had some like you when you used to have Pouncey, right? And no one would touch Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, but we also had
from coming up the middle.
I feel like it's like the whole line is a group. Like we also had DeCastro and Villanueva.
You go to trenchwarfare.substack.com and repeat whatever Brandon Thorne tells you, because that guy is a genius at evaluating linemen.
All right, I guess I'll do that then.
You can tell when you're like this is what I didn't understand this season about
our center
Bradbury
sucks. Like
you could tell. Like when you have a bad center,
the ball, it bounces, but like he's really bad.
Garrett Bradbury was a turnstile for the Vikings, and apparently he only allowed like 3 pressures or something this year for the Patriots.
He had a career
What the
year.
hell was up with that? That actually really pissed me off. Did you see that? We had this center Garrett Bradbury for years, who would just get run over. And I'm driving in the car the week before the Super Bowl, listening to some talk radio, and they're like, "Well, this Garrett Bradbury has just been sensational for New England this year. He's allowed three total pressures. Like 3 total pressures. Like he allowed 3 pressures on drives last season. I can't deal with
Garrett
that
Bradbury in 2025 received All Pro votes.
Who else was
This just makes no sense.
Who is he blocking for? Cousins, who can't move.
Well,
Like,
it was Darnold. It was Darnold.
Oh, it was Darnold. Oh.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't know. There's something.
But
in
I
the
will
water.
say, don't read into like these fake DraftKings odds of like, oh yeah, Max Crosby's minus 140 or whatever. Don't pay attention to that. He's getting traded or he isn't.
Why do you say don't pay attention to the lines?
Those are advertisements for gambling companies. Those aren't legitimate odds. They don't actually care about that at all because they know few people are going to bet on it.
Like Notre Dame being minus 3,000 to go to the college football playoff.
That's not the same.
Half an hour before.
Yeah, one of those sucker people.
I'm telling you, there's a day, man. There's a day where news will come out on this.
We can't have this conversation again.
Yeah, I can't. But let us have.
I mean, look, if you were Chicago last year, you had to have been excited about the offensive line being good. Instability there is never what you want to see, especially when you still have to figure out your starting left tackle at the beginning of the year.
Is that not exactly what I just said? Like almost verbatim.
I'm trying to bring it back to football.
Is that almost verbatim what I just said?
I'm calling myself out, Paul.
I said that verbatim, and then Ziggy followed that up with, yeah, but if they go get Max Crosby, it's probably worth it. And then he followed it back up by looping into exactly what I said. Right?
Look, Paul.
Oh, great.
I'm trying to keep the conversation about football.
Great minds think alike.
Sue me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I didn't say you were wrong that like him leaving's not a big deal.
No, he's just agreeing.
Right, remember on the show with Andy, I said if you're a Bears fan, this is the first offseason in how long that you felt good about the offensive line.
Yeah, you said it. You said it perfectly right there, Ziggy. In that it's not comfortable being a Bears fan and having to worry now about 2 of the pieces of the line, not just that one left tackle spot, which is right major position, left tackle. That's the most important.
Well, especially when compared to every other position, the center is the guy most responsible for the team performing as a unit. Right? He's calling out blocking assignments. He's making sure everyone knows what they want to do. Because in Chicago, Caleb Williams isn't doing it. Let's be real.
and
like losing Dalman there hurts.
And you're in an offseason where if Caleb can take that next jump to being a top 10, right? Like maybe solidified top 10 quarterback in football. I mean, this was a team that was a play away from the NFC Championship game. The Bears go to the NFC Championship game this year. They probably lose in Seattle, but there was a certain magic around them. I remember we saw Big Cat. Remember at the volume party, we saw Big Cat, and he just went, I thought they were going to the Super Bowl. Like, I thought they were destined to go to the Super Bowl. And I did too.
Hail Mary conversion, I did too.
Everyone did. Were you at my house for that, Jack, when that happened? No, you were at our buddy Mike's house.
What, the
Hail Mary play? The Bears Rams.
the Hail Mary play?
When Caleb, it was 4th down.
Oh, I was
You
at Michael's
you
house.
were
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Michael,
yes. Yes, that was nuts.
Right, so I just popped in my head here. Where do you guys think Caleb is in amongst NFC quarterbacks next season? Where would you rank him right now?
16. Hurts is 1.
What?
Yeah, I go Hurts, Stafford.
This is Jack you're talking to. Delusion is part of the business.
Yeah,
Hurts, Stafford. Hurts wins. Hurts, Stafford.
But not this year.
Yeah, he has 2
Hurts
rings.
didn't win a playoff
Hurts
game
has
this
2
year.
rings.
He has 1 ring. He has 1 ring.
Sorry, he's 1 ring. He's been there another time, so that's good enough for me. Hurts, Stafford.
That's a horrendous. Hurts, Stafford, Love.
I don't know about Jordan Love. I think who else there I'd put over. Darnold, he's 3.
Darnold's 3.
Yeah.
Goff,
No,
Jane Daniels, Dak,
no.
Baker, Purdy, JJ.
Baker, I'd probably put 4. And then 5, I'd put. I think Caleb's like 7. Caleb's up 7. He's like 7 or 8 to me.
Where would you say, Ziggy, for quarterbacks you'd want going into next season?
Dak's
Caleb Williams.
better.
Are we ranking just the NFC here?
Yeah, just the NFC.
With just the NFC, I'm taking Stafford. I'm taking Brock Purdy, obviously.
Oh, that's a bad
I'm
decision.
taking Sam Darnold. I'm taking Joe Burrow. And then I'm taking Caleb Williams.
Are you putting Joe Burrow on the Vikings?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I think Caleb
he's 1
Williams
if he goes to the
is
Vikings.
no worse than number 4.
to me, it'd be number 3. Going into next year, who I'd want, I'd go Stafford 1, Jordan Love 2, Caleb Williams 3. And I feel pretty confident about that, especially. Go ahead, Zach.
Delusional.
Why? Why is that
Yeah, that's
delusional?
delusional.
Why?
Delusional.
This was training wheels first time in a functional offense, Caleb Williams, and he looked great.
Caleb
Why
makes
is
it
everyone
hand
just assuming he's going to suck next year?
because he
'Cause he
lost the center.
sucks.
Because he lost the center. No,
But he had a very good year.
Caleb,
We've seen this before.
Caleb makes plays that only 1 or 2 other quarterbacks in the league can make. And I think last year you saw so much progression. You can't help but feel pretty good that he's going to continue to get better. I'd love to have Caleb. Yeah, I remember Andy asked us week 1, would you rather have J.J. McCarthy or Caleb Williams? And I was drinking the Viking Kool-Aid. I was like, yeah, give me J.J. I would take Caleb. Even if you include AFC
I would take him
quarterbacks.
over J.J. McCarthy is like.
Even if you include an AFC quarterbacks, I think Caleb is really a dude that you have to circle as someone who can establish himself as a
AFC, you got
bona fide
May,
top 10 guy.
Knicks,
I'd take Caleb over Drake May.
Rodgers.
Caleb would be my pick from his rookie class if I could have one of the quarterbacks right now. I would take Caleb over Jane Daniels. I'd take him over Drake May. And I know a lot of people disagree with that, but I think if you put them all in the same environment, I like the upside of Caleb.
No, I would take him over those 2.
And there are
also.
certain guys who have upside, but you just know you kind of know they're not going to reach it. Like you go like, oh, if Anthony Richardson puts it together, he could be amazing. You never really saw consistent flashes. Caleb, you see consistent flashes.
Do you like consistent flashes?
I love consistent flashes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of consistent flashes.
I mean, I think it's going to be a neck and neck race between Love and Williams next year for the best quarterback in the NFC North.
Well, yeah, I mean, anyone could say that.
Well, no, by saying neck and neck, I'm saying I think that Caleb Williams is going to be close to that. I'm not saying like it's going to be those 2, right? Like this year, Jordan Love was clearly well ahead of Caleb Williams. Next year, I'm not so sure.
See, we have some people in the comment section who I'm assuming are Packers fans, and they're saying
That reminds me of a couple years back. I mean, I think it's a 2 or 3 years in the AFC and the Chiefs and the Bills. I think it's the Chiefs and the Bills this year in the AFC.
Mike Witt here said, since the combine was last week, who runs the 40-yard dash between Paul, Ziggy, and Jack? And McBeaster here said, my money's on Paul if he's not hungover. I think you might be right.
I think I actually win that by more than 15 yards over the next man.
I'm giving you 10 yards, Jack. I'm not sure I can give you 15. I can give you 10.
40 is small. Yeah, I'd say I win over that by 10 yards. And then
10 yards is pretty insane.
I watched you run and just get cooked by Zach.
That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, and you're probably
Paul,
slower.
one of
Oh, no, I'm
maybe
faster.
the least
I'm
athletic
absolutely faster.
friend we have,
Who?
whose name I'm not going to say on air. You lost like 5 races in a row too.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's clarify something. I was running them backwards and sideways, and I actually would have. I won the other one, but we gave him a 10-yard head start.
It would have to be me, Ziggy, you. That has to be the order.
No, Paul beats me. I was never a speed guy.
You
I
think
was
Paul-
slow, always slow out of the blocks.
You think Paul beats you?
Yeah, I dominated mile 3. That's where I really stepped up.
So you're more of like a distance guy.
Yeah, anything under the 3,200, I was just bad at.
Right now, I feel confident that I could be second.
But you're not within 10 yards.
I
So, like,
think I come within 10
I'd
yards.
give you second.
10 yards?
Yeah, you're not coming to 10 yards.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a runner. I can't. I'm a horrible runner. So maybe one burst of speed. I do need to rematch Zach though, and just.
I mean, 40 is like the smallest chance you'd have. If it gets to like a 100-yard dash,
I might even win it. I might win a 10-yard race.
then I win by 50 yards.
By the way, we raced after
After what?
that. After I cooked you in the cul-de-sac.
No, he's not talking about that. That's what Jack's talking about.
What?
Cooked me in the cul-de-sac. We're like,
No, I'm talking about on the Highlands turf when you
Oh, okay.
dusted Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right. It's
Hear
just
me out.
one
Trey
thing.
Hendrickson to the Detroit
Wait,
Lions.
one thing of defense here for myself. I show up that day. Zach and Jack are working out on the field. I show up in jeans and get demolished against Zach.
Paul, but it was like bad.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yes.
Like-
I mean, I show up in jeans, probably wearing boots too, and I lose a race to Zach.
I could show up in jeans and boots and beat you.
You might beat me, but you wouldn't win by 10 yards. Zach did. I mean, Zach cooked me. Like Zach destroyed me that day. I think now.
I'm pretty
though.
sure Paul's really, playing it up. I think he was in fully sports clothes and.
Maybe I was in shorts.
Maybe you've gone faster, but from what I saw last time you run, it was bad.
Maybe. I don't know if I got faster. I'd say, but stronger certainly.
You know who Ziggy thinks is getting faster? Trey Hendrickson.
Well, he's getting slower, actually.
Trey Hendrickson, not tagged by the Cincinnati Bengals today. A lot of happy
a
people.
little IG post saying "Bye, Cincy. See you later."
How many times have Paul and Ziggy trip running the 40?
These people think I've like never run before. It's bizarre behavior.
Paul, you tripped walking around the laps in gym.
You guys have to get more parasocial than this.
Matt Zorella goes, "Ego will kill the pod." I don't know, man. This is. I don't think this is a very high ego pod, so to say.
The ego is like we can run 40 yards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tripping.
I think I'm the biggest self-depreciator in the world.
Well, I mean, this episode after you told a story where you said to your coach, "I'm the best runner on the team. I'm not running this weekend."
That was a big word.
Oh, that was like saying 5 + 5 is 10.
Yeah,
I mean, I was the best runner on the team.
that
I'm not gloating, but it was a fact.
I love the use there, self-depreciation.
We can't keep doing this.
I think self-deprecating.
I was willing to let Jack get away with that.
You see what I was saying, Zach, right? You saw what I was. Yeah,
It's a tough look for. It's a tough look for producer Zach too.
Well, I mean, I think
He was trying to be a good friend.
but I think that's the word. Is self-depreciation.
Self-deprecating.
No.
It's self-deprecating.
I swear you can say depreciation.
I mean,
Isn't that the opposite of appreciation? I mean, appreciation and deprecator would make no sense. Appreciation and depreciation would make sense.
That's my dying animal noise because that's how I feel right now listening to this.
Make it again.
No, I'm not trying to hurt our fans.
oh god, that's tough. That's
So
tough.
Ziggy, what do you think about Trey Henderson?
We lost one viewer on that one. One viewer gone.
I think you're wrong.
Mrs. Weinberger just turned the podcast off.
I think you're wrong. I think it's self-depreciation.
I mean, self-depreciation. I don't know if I've heard of it, but I know what you meant.
I'm also a self-defecator.
Jeez.
Oh my god, we got to go back. Ziggy, bring us squirrel
Trey
back in.
Hendrickson has been he's not coming back to Cincinnati, which means he's going to a new team. He's on the older side, right? He's 31. He'll turn 32 next year. He had an unproductive, injury-riddled season. But before that, he had 35 sacks in 2 seasons. There will be a market for him. And it's going to be interesting because the Lions and the Bears are both going to be interested in signing this guy as a free agent.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions should go all in on Trey Hendrickson. Absolutely go all in on him.
And if the Bears can't actually get Max Crosby, they should too.
And the Bears should as well. These are two teams. If you want to be a Super Bowl contender, those seasons don't come very often. Detroit fans know that. Detroit a couple of years ago is in the NFC Championship game. They're up 17, right? You were in a Lions bar during that game.
Yes.
All is well in the world. Very quickly it changes, right?
That was heartbreaking.
Next season, you're lucky. You come back, you win 15 games. It's unbelievable. Everybody gets hurt. Season's over. And now next year, last year, right? It's supposed to be the year that they finally break the door down. And shit just doesn't go your way. And now we are with Detroit.
Shit hit the fan.
I think they're going to rebound. But it wouldn't be surprising at all if they took another step back. You have the windows in the NFL are very brief. Outside of a couple teams, right? Like the Patriots, the Chiefs, these dynasties that we talk about forever. Most teams have a tiny window, and the Lions could be up, but you still have most of that core that you need to go on a run. And my thought is, Jared Goff's not getting any younger. Jahmyr Gibbs is in his prime right now. Aiden Hutchinson is healthy, right? He played a full season. I'd go out there and I'd try and sign Trey Hendrickson and make a run at this thing because you need more help on the other side of the defensive line. Why not go after somebody who can push you over the edge defensively? Now, they got to stay healthy too, right? They've had really bad injury.
But that has to happen regardless.
But that has to happen
just
anyway.
Like, well, we're going to get hurt, so we're not even going to try.
Yeah. And the defensive line where it's at right now, the rushers. Now, the Lions, did they end last year? I really was surprised here. Did they have the fourth most sacks in football? Tied fourth most?
They were very high.
They were tied for fourth most with the Vikings for fourth in the league. But still, you feel good about Hutchinson and just getting a guy like Hendrickson. What can they do for each other? Right? You see how often when you're playing against Aiden Hutchinson, when you're giving help, you're chipping him. You add a guy like Hendrickson, who's one of the league leaders in sacks. He might be the league leader in sacks over the past 4 or 5 years. It's going to open everything up for everybody. Rising tides lifts all boats. I'd go after him.
I've never heard that before.
What? Rising tides lift all boats?
Yeah.
Jack, you're not having a good day, Jack.
That's like a common phrase.
You're not having a good day, Jack.
Would you take Bradley Chubb or Trey Hendrickson?
Well, it depends in what.
Hendrickson.
I'm going Bradley Chubb.
I take Trey.
I mean, the choice for the Lions, I think, a large part of why they were so high last year is because Muhammad he's 31 or 32, I think, put up an incredible career year. He had 11 sacks last year, which is about as many as he'd had since 2017 combined. Like he had an unbelievable year last year. I would not count on him to repeat that. Because this is the thing, right? Lions fans might think, well, we'll run it back with a lot of the same guys at affordable deals, and they'll just repeat that performance. I want a surer thing if I'm Detroit and I'm trying to chase a Super Bowl.
Someone right here says Packers cut Rashawn Gary and signed Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
Look,
Packers
he Googled it. Self-depreciation.
Oh, he wrote
it's a real term.
He wrote self-deprecation.
Jack,
now you're revealing you can't read.
It's okay.
There's a difference of one I. It's one letter.
I mean,
I was one letter off.
It's pain.
Oh, that can't be.
I can keep doing the show.
That's not that bad.
Pain versus pan. Big difference in those words. I mean,
eyes
eyes matter.
No, it looks worse in smaller words than bigger words, though. Like, for me to be one letter off in a word like that is not that bad.
Well, you weren't writing it; you were speaking. It's okay. I would just take the L and go.
There's not an I in there.
Quasimodo predicted all of this.
There's not an I in there.
But anyway, Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson is, I think, still has a little elite football in him. He's a great player, and we know edge rushers can last into their 30s. It's different than being a receiver or a running back where you really cap off after you hit that 30-year-old mark. A lot of the elite guys, edge rushers, are still good into their 30s. I think there are still a few good years left in Trey Hendrickson, but if you're the Lions again,
to be clear, the vast majority of edge rushers, once they turn 30 or 31, fall off a cliff.
Most, but I'm talking about the elite guys here.
Well, yeah, the ones who don't fall off a cliff don't fall off a cliff.
But they're also
TJ Watt.
You're not signing Trey Hendrickson to be great for the next 3 years. You're looking to make a run right now.
Who
And
cares about 2029 if you're Detroit? You'll probably suck then anyway.
yeah, so I'm all in on. I think the Lions should absolutely go for it. The Lions also made a big move, trading David Montgomery to the Houston Texans. I don't know if you guys saw this. We talked about it for a pretty long time on What's Right this morning. But the Lions traded David Montgomery. Not we, Nick
But
did.
were you on What's Right?
Well, I produced the show, so I think I.
Or did you have a speaking role? Or was
I feel
this,
like we can be said when you're a producer of the show, but if you hit end
producer
stream,
Zach, you better not be saying we.
look, you hit end stream and no one listens. So that's all I'm saying. There's power to the producer.
Like he could end it right now. If you want
Zach
to.
can end the stream right now.
Zach could end the stream.
Actually, you want to see my power?
Yeah. I mean,
He's getting cut away from.
he can
so I think
mute.
He's really clever.
He can mute whoever he wants. Can
That's
well, I
me.
think he mute himself.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't hear me.
Yeah.
Can't hear me if
Yeah.
Zach does that. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of power to the producer. So I think I can say we.
We can't be
honest,
talking
I thought
ish.
I thought I muted Ziggy, and I don't think it muted Ziggy.
Yeah, you think
Well,
you'd have to mute him?
I think Ziggy's unmutable.
Yeah, he has override powers.
I think he's unmutable.
So anyway, I was cracking up because I didn't know this happened. David Montgomery was traded for a 4th round pick in 2026, a 7th round pick in 2027, and an offensive lineman the Texans have named
Juice Scruggs.
Juice Scruggs. Okay.
Do you not know who Juice Scruggs is?
No, I know who Juice Scruggs is now. I mean, I've heard of him before, but I didn't look into Juice Scruggs that much. Juice Scruggs he's played a little bit for the Texans. He started some game. I think he started one game this year. A couple of years ago, he played more.
I thought he was going to be so good, and then he ended up in the doghouse.
But no. So this is the story we were talking about.
Ziggy mutes you.
Ian Rappaport tweeted out that the Texans had traded a 5th round pick for David Montgomery. That was initially the trade, right? That Rappaport reported.
Yeah.
He then came back a little while later and was like, update, the trade is actually David Montgomery for a 4th, 7th, and Juice Scruggs. So it's the equivalent of a 5th round pick for David Montgomery. Which, when you think about it, you go, wait a second, I see a 4th round pick right there.
And a 7th round
And a
pick.
7th round pick. So is Juice Scruggs so bad that he is the equivalent of negative draft compensation?
See, he'd be like, that's like saying he's like some guy from the practice squad you just pick up.
But I mean, he's so bad. Like he's on a minimum contract right now, I believe.
Ziggy.
Well, he's on his rookie deal.
Yes, but he's
Do you know
so
what, Do you know
bad.
what Juice Scruggs' PFF grade was last year?
Negative 30.
It was 45.
Wait, what team was he on?
The
The
Texans.
Texans.
He was on
His
the
run
Texans.
block grade was 40.
Did he
This
start?
guy might have been the worst guard in football.
Did he start?
I mean, I guess he's just that
And
bad.
if he was a starter,
I
it
mean,
can't be
this
that
is why
bad.
you don't reach on guys, right? Like, nobody had him as a top 120 player, and the Texans like, we're smarter, we're taking him in the 2nd round.
I got a
Like,
trivia.
Juice's Scruggs, he might have been worse in action than he was on paper.
I got a trivia question for you guys.
Isn't that's unbelievable though? Nick said he's like, if I'm Juice Scruggs' agent right now, I'm sending a complaint to Ian Rappaport to have that
That
tweet
felt like
taken
Ian
down.
Rappaport trying to cover for himself
Oh.
for reporting it wrong.
100%. There's no need to include the line.
Yeah, that's all. That's
that
horrendous.
last line. That's so mean.
Which is like the equivalent of a.
I mean
It's him covering his ass because he made a mistake and didn't want to admit it.
that would be like us tweeting out, like Paul, Ziggy, Jack, and Zach all headed to Green Bay for the Packers-Vikings game this week. Awesome to have our A team on the move. And then it's like, oh, sorry, Zach can't make it. But really, there's no effect to that. Like, still have our A+ team.
I got a trivia
Like,
question.
wait.
No, it would
What?
worse. It'd be like Zach can't come. We're upgraded to A+.
Yeah, Zach can't come. Should be an even better weekend.
Ziggy.
What?
Ziggy, there was a quarterback for Illinois named Juice. What was his last name?
I have no idea.
You got any ideas?
How long ago?
Landry.
We were in like early high school, middle school.
I didn't watch football then.
Juice Saunders.
Juice. I liked Juice. He's my
Was
favorite
that-
quarterback in the league.
Wait, in the NFL?
No, college football.
college.
Played for Illinois.
Not what's his last name?
Juice. You have any guesses, Zach?
Juice Landry.
No. One more guess? No.
Sanders?
No. Ziggy, anything?
I have no idea.
Juice Williams. It's number 7.
I feel like Williams
You know
is
how he
actually
got
very
named
gettable.
Juice?
So when you brought up Juice, I just thought of Juice Williams.
Do you know how he got named Juice, Jack?
I'm assuming he liked Juice as a kid.
Nope.
No? Like, how?
His
how is it?
grandmother said when he was a kid, he was big and juicy.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, that is uncomfortable.
I can attest. He was.
You know, for
This guy got it. Way W sat Juice Williams.
yeah, he's right there. Well, you know, we have a lot of people probably
Williams.
listen to who are Illinois fans. I bet.
Yeah,
Who
true.
listen to the show.
You're right. We're Midwest guys.
For Illinois, Wisconsin fans, probably some Gopher fans too. Oh, I just watched Fargo for the first time.
It's the
The
best
movie or the
ever.
show?
The movie.
It's the best movie ever.
Really? You
I
think? so?
love that movie.
I enjoyed it. It's a movie that I won't watch again
What?
anytime soon. I don't know. You don't leave Fargo.
I've watched it
feeling
like
very
10
good.
times.
It's kind of
like
disturbing,
Fourth best
Jack.
movie.
I think it's disturbing if you watch Fargo 10 times.
I'm a disturbing man. You don't like when he's
Clearly.
you don't like when he's putting him in the shredder at the end.
Jack,
No.
it's the Coen Brothers' fourth best movie at best. You know, if you liked Fargo, you should watch Blood Simple.
I mean, it was
That's their best
good.
movie.
It was a good movie, and I thought the way they shot it was unique, right? I'm sure I didn't look into the movie or anything after, but I'm sure it got a bunch of praise for the way it
It's
was
like,
shot.
I like their accents. Oh, Margie.
Oh, it really is an
Oh,
ode
yeah.
to the Midwest. It really
Yeah,
is.
it's Minnesota.
Jack, you got to go watch Blood Simple, man.
Oh yeah.
I was watching it with one of our friends.
I'll watch it.
One of our friends, Matt, and he was like, "Is this what it was like at Notre Dame and Wisconsin?" Like he said, "Is this what it's really like in the Midwest?" I was like, "Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of what it's like."
That Paul Bunyan statue looks cool though. Brainerd. You know?
Oh yeah, I think I've driven past that.
Really?
I think so. Wait, how north is that?
It's in between like Minneapolis and Fargo, I think.
I think I drove past. No, I probably didn't. I probably didn't.
I want to go to Fargo. Just
I
to see what it's
drove.
like.
I drove from Wisconsin from Menominee Falls to Minneapolis one day. Maybe it's on the way there. Probably not. Probably more north. Let me know anyone who. If you know, if the drive to Menominee Falls to Minneapolis, if you pass the Paul Bunyan statue.
Yeah, look,
I
this
did
guy
want-
says Fargo's the type of movie that gets better with repeated viewing.
Oh, maybe it does, but it's there are certain movies that you watch, and you just leave it feeling kind of like skeeved out a bit. Like Fargo's fine, right? There's some comedic parts of it.
Yeah, like City of God.
Any movie Ziggy says now.
It is funny, like you see like Steve Buscemi in like that role, and you see him in like the Adam Sandler.
Oh,
like,
I didn't realize. I didn't know Steve Buscemi was in it
in Fargo. You didn't know.
until
Like-
yeah. I
like
mean,
see-
when it started, but
like seeing him in that, and then seeing him in like Grown Ups when he's got the broken body cast. It's like this is like the same guy.
I thought it was really good. But it's not a movie that I'm dying to watch again. Like if I sat down in a couple of years and it's on, like yeah, maybe I'll keep it on. But I like happy things. I like happy stories and. I like happy endings, right?
Like happy
I like
endings, yeah.
happy end. I could see myself going down that path right there. Yeah, and, people watch. They turn on a comedy show before they go to bed.
Well,
Like, I like
Fargo.
to feel-
If you like movies with happy endings, you should watch Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me.
Ziggy, see, I know we've had this conversation so many times. When you say Twin Peaks to me, I think of the Hooters of Florida. And when you say if you like happy endings, you should come watch Twin Peaks with me. You have to know what you're doing here. Like,
No, Fire Walk with Me is the name of the movie.
yeah, I don't.
Fire Walkway.
Fire Walk with Me.
Fire
Twin
Walk with Me.
Peaks.
I haven't seen American Psycho actually either.
Yeah, overrated.
That feels like another one.
Is that the
one
same
timer.
thing as just the Psycho?
No.
American
Psycho is Hitchcock. American Psycho is the what's his name?
I've never seen American Psycho though.
That Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Psycho's good.
I think I could see you liking American Psycho from what I've heard about it. I want to say one more thing about the Montgomery trade though, to pull it back in for a second. I feel like if you're a Lions fan, it's sad to see Demo go. And you saw the post from Jahmyr Gibbs, right, with Sonic and Knuckles. He said he was heartbroken. At the same time,
What a steal.
what a steal! They were saying they want a day 3 pick. You get the 4th round pick, which I know is a day 3, but like an early day 3 pick.
And a backup offensive lineman, even if he sucks.
Even if he sucks, you get a backup offensive lineman. But I think what you're most excited about,
God, this guy must have just been awful.
he must have been just horrible.
I feel so bad.
If I were a Lions fan, I'd feel happy to have Jahmyr Gibbs sort of broken off the handcuffs here. And I know that Demo could give him good spells, right? And everyone needs their rest. When Jahmyr Gibbs is on the field, it is terrorizing. As a Viking fan, when he's on the field versus Demo, it's like you have a sigh of relief when Demo's on the field. And the most excited people are going to be Jahmyr Gibbs fantasy owners. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs fantasy owners in dynasty leagues.
But he's got to be the number one pick this year, right? Like, I mean,
probably.
Right?
I mean, my view is if Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't develop tendonitis this season, they're not using him enough.
Demo over 3 years at 2,500 yards and 33 touchdowns in Detroit. That's a lot of vultured fantasy points from Jahmyr Gibbs. You're going to get a lot of Jahmyr Gibbs this year, which means a lot of success for the Lions offense. That's why you like Demo. Great teammate, he seemed like. Awesome off the field, dude. And awesome on the field. But Jahmyr Gibbs is next level. And
Jahmyr Gibbs will give all owners a happy ending at the end of the season. Once they're hoisting up that trophy.
Yeah, it's a happy ending for Lions fans potentially this year. All right, so we have some mailbag questions, right? And then we'll call this a show.
Ziggy, I love how you
mean
subtly
super
did
chats?
that.
Super chats, yeah.
We're not gonna go back past it. Ziggy just subtly did that.
What did he pause?
Did what?
I know what you did, Ziggy. They might not
Okay,
have saw
okay.
it.
I saw him go like that.
I saw him go like that. I saw.
I
yeah.
just put my hand up. I don't know
No,
what
that's
you're
not what
talking
he did.
What did he do?
I missed it then.
Yeah. Don't worry, you guys will figure it out.
I got to go back and watch.
No, you'll figure it out.
It's what's scary for Ziggy is we have tape. It's all on tape.
Yeah, it's all on tape. So
It lives forever.
You'll never know from the tape.
you think we figured it out now?
Yeah, you'll figure it out now.
right.
You can only figure it out now.
Really?
This is from a generic name 1-1. Derek Carr to the Vikings. I said he'd unretire for a contender on his pot. He said he'd unretire for a contender on his pot. I think it's a good fit.
I mean, maybe it's a good fit for Derek Carr, but I don't think it's a great fit for us. If you could assure me right now that you would get healthy Derek Carr from his Raider days, even like towards the end of his Raider days, there's a world where you could talk me into it, but I don't think you'll get that. So for all the reasons we said before, taking so much time off of football, he'd have to really wow me in a workout to be okay with this.
This one's from MC Beaster. It's been too long since I got to see a live show of the whole gang. Love you guys. Go Pack, go.
Has to be McBeaster, right? Has to be McBeaster.
What did you pronounce it?
I don't see why it would be Mick Beaster when her name is not Mick. It's Mary.
Oh, it's a her?
Well,
You're a female fan?
All right. Well, a couple things here. I didn't click on. I don't know how you know it. If you click on the name, can you see that? Like, are you going to their channel?
When people are generous enough to us, I do my best to try and learn their names. Maybe you should try it sometime.
I'm happy we got a female fan.
That's good research.
appreciative,
Yeah,
Mary
I have
Beaster.
to to tip my cap, but that's good research from.
Thanks,
Ziggy.
Mary. We appreciate it.
I still like saying McBeaster. I'll go McBeaster. What else we got, Ziggy?
This is from MQ, Midwest Mountain Man.
Yes.
I have a Cardinals fan as a friend. Speaking from experience, if you're hyping yourself up over Kyler Murray in the offseason, you're in max coat mode.
Probably, but
Yeah.
No,
I am in max.
you have not seen max coat mode.
I'm
Max
pretty
coat
close.
mode is us when JJ McCarthy wins the starting job this year.
I guarantee you that in our July episodes, I will be talking about the Vikings winning the division. No matter who their starting quarterback is. I guarantee you that will come out of my mouth.
I mean,
it's good to know yourself.
I think we're going to win the Super Bowl. I'll be saying that in July.
This is from Mike Witt. Hey, boys, got a surprise spoiler for next week. Packers releasing Rashawn Gary and Elton Jenkins, freeing up enough money to sign Trey Hendrickson. Micah and Trey will feed families next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
The Infibinator says, run from Jack, Mary.
That's probably true.
I'm pretty fast. I'm pretty fast.
Says this is the return of glorious PFS King Jack W. But no, I don't think that's how the Packers are going to use their money, but they could if they really think Trey Hendrickson has it. Those two with the interior, I know Packers fans are low on their interior defensive line, but I think there's decent enough players there. That would be really scary.
Yeah, if you pair anyone with Micah Parsons, anyone of, I would just say competent ability, it should be someone that person should be able to have a career year, honestly. If you have, you see the way people are triple teaming Micah Parsons. You have Trey Hendrickson on the other side of that, and it's sort of like Aiden Hutchinson, right? You should have a really successful season because Trey Hendrickson is not going to garner the attention Micah will, and that's just a bad sign for guys like JJ McCarthy. It's brutal, the edge rushers that you have.
If Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson come to the division next year.
Yeah, and you think Rodgers would be a fool at 42 and go to that?
Well, Rodgers is too smart. Gets the ball out quickly.
Rodgers has to play Myles Garrett, who's better than every other edge rusher in the NFL combined.
Probably true.
I think he is the most overrated player of all time in any sport.
Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
The guy who just broke the sack record?
Yeah, I think he's overrated.
He broke the sack record with basically producer Zach on the opposite side of him.
But he'll break the sack record when his team's down like 20 and no one's trying anymore. Oh, he gets this meaningless sack.
I mean, that's even more impressive because the other team's running the clock out. Less opportunities to rush the passer.
No, because nobody cares anymore. So, all right, go right by, sure, right by 20.
I'm telling.
I'm sure NFL quarterbacks love getting sacked.
Didn't he break the record on fewer pass rush attempts? Right. I thought that he had just
the vast majority of his sacks also came in either wins or one score games.
I think it's easy to break it on a crappy team.
No, you run the ball more when you're down. You're facing more running plays when you're losing.
No, I think like when you're like down like 14 in the third quarter.
Quarterbacks just sit back and say, "I'm good. I want to get sacked. Like I don't care if these guys blow me up."
No, like in their mind, like the game's over. It's like, all right, Miles, fine. Like you go ahead, get your sack.
An interesting outlook. It's just you go, Ziggy.
Like I think it's easy to get sacks. It doesn't matter.
I'm not entertaining this take any longer. This is just vibing 4-7-5-5.
Watt gets his sacks in big time moments.
Come back to this take when Kyler Murray throws his third pick for the Vikings versus the Packers in Lambeau.
Hey man, we were 1-1 against you last year.
Better than last year when we saw the Vikings play at Lambeau.
We're 3-1 against Green Bay the last 4 games. So you know what? I don't want to hear it. We can match the Packers right now, wins and losses. That's the stat I care about.
We've got another one in here from Mike Witt. Top 5 NFC QBs going in next year: Stafford, Love, Dak, Purdy, Caleb. Sorry, Jack. I think Jalen Hurts is overrated.
Purdy over Hurts is the worst thing I've ever heard.
I mean, it's just true.
No way. The other guys I could like maybe buy.
I'm closer, I would say, comparing Purdy and Hurts to who I'd rather have than Purdy versus Caleb, though. I'd rather
That's also stupid.
I think I'd rather be attached to Caleb and what he can become. Purdy's fine. I've said this. We've done this a million times. I think Purdy's like 13th to 16th best QB in football.
Jalen Hurts is.
Yeah, I love making things up without evidence.
Hurts is a winner.
That's my pastime too, Paul.
Caleb.
Why am I wrong for saying that?
I love being obstinately wrong.
Brock Purdy. Is it crazy to say Brock Purdy's the 13th best QB in football?
Yes.
Why?
When every time he's played, he's performed at a top 5 level. I don't know how you're supposed to tell that he's like, oh, he's barely above average.
He is barely above average, though.
He's consistently performed as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Brock is a loser. Caleb's a loser. Hurts is a winner. That's just the bottom line.
This is what you sound like right now, Paul.
If that's what I sound like, then I don't like. But I'm going through it, Ziggy, thinking, okay, like I'll run it through. I'd rather have May 1, Allen 2, Lamar 3, Burrow 4. I'd probably take Trevor Lawrence 5, but that's
why would
close.
you take Trevor Lawrence? Right? This is just delusional.
Trevor Lawrence had a great year.
I'd rather take a guy who had one okay year over a guy who's been a top 5 quarterback every year he's played.
Take him off. I'd take Herbert 5.
Why? I'm going to take a guy who's had 3 bad seasons over a guy who's been a top 5 quarterback every year he's played.
Herbert also is so overrated too. I think I'd take Brock over
playing
Herbert
behind
also.
an offensive line where his 2 starting tackles are out. He doesn't get a lot of help from his receivers. I think Herbert.
Brock Purdy gets no credit playing behind a bad offensive line when Trent Williams is out.
No, Brock's better than Herbert.
Again, wait, what, Ziggy?
When Trent Williams is out and Brock Purdy performs great, no one gives him credit for that.
Well, when Brock Purdy was missing his starters, the 49ers were terrible a year ago. When everyone's there, the 49ers.
That's when absolutely everyone was.
Christian McCaffrey is a just as important. Like it's just as important at times as Brock Purdy can be for that team. So I think Herbert's a fine guy to say you'd rather have than Purdy, though.
Yeah, if you don't care about evidence.
I don't think that's all right. If you put Purdy, if you switched Purdy and Herbert, and you gave Herbert the monsters that Purdy's had throughout his career, I think Herbert
Throughout
would
his
also.
career. He didn't have any wide receivers last year, Paul.
The year he took over, he had Ayuk and Debo with Kittle and McCaffrey.
Yeah.
All right, this has gone on way too long. Brock and Herbert. They both.
Herbert 5. Give me Mahomes
They both
6.
stink.
Give me Mahomes 6. I'll take Caleb 7. Love 8. I'll take. Do I take Goff or Purdy?
It's difficult to understand the Caleb Williams take. I'm gonna take a guy who had one okay year.
Yeah, there's no
top
that's
5 every year.
That's
played.
insane.
Give me Stafford. Give me Darnold 10. Give me Dak 11. I probably take Jaden Daniels 12. There he is, right around 13. And then maybe I take off. I mean, yeah, they're 13 to 16. Like, I don't even think that's particularly close.
There's no one taking Caleb over Jalen Hurts.
Oh, this guy hit it right.
Well, I'm not talking about Jalen Hurts.
It's almost like he knows you kind of work for Colin Coward.
What do you say?
He said that is a coward take.
What? Who am I wrong about? Like, of all the guys I just said there,
I think you actually do have the worst takes on the show.
of all the guys I just said there, who are you
About
saying?
at least half of them.
And it doesn't really make sense to me. Purdy, again, I'm not saying Purdy's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying there are a handful of guys that I take over him.
You're saying he's a
You're saying that it doesn't matter what he does on the field because he had a good roster in 2022. We can't consider anything after that.
No, I'm just considering that the year that all the guys got hurt, he didn't elevate the 49ers at all.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, he elevated
what
them.
does elevating them look like? Does it not look like throwing for 4,000 yards? Does it not look like
Did you
throwing
watch
for twice
those
as many
games?
touchdowns
Did you watch
as
those
interceptions?
games from a year ago?
Yeah.
Like Brock Purdy is a good quarterback who is someone that I think when the 49ers are equipped can take them and could win a Super Bowl. But that doesn't mean he has to automatically be a top 10 quarterback for everybody. That's crazy.
No, he should be a top 5 quarterback for basically everybody.
And you know what? If you want to start your team, if we're doing a draft right now of all quarterback of the league, and you had the 5th overall pick and you took Brock Purdy, I think every other GM sitting there at the table would laugh.
Well, I'd take Brock over Lamar.
But that's insane.
I think that's insane.
I can't. I don't know. Chat, let me know. Is it insane to say Brock Purdy's the 13th best quarterback in football?
He did just say chat. I thought the same thing.
Chat.
I don't know, man. The guy plays 9 games and puts up some of the best numbers in the NFL. People don't want to believe he's any good.
Yo, chat.
We have a live
chat.
chat.
The last super chat here. This is also from Mike Witt. I think Aaron Jones comes back home and signs a 2-year deal with Green Bay. A running back combo of Jacobs and Jones would be fun next year.
Yo, chat. What do you think?
Oh,
about
Green
that?
Bay. Please sign Aaron Jones to a 2-year deal. I beg you. Look, I like Aaron Jones the person. Aaron Jones was a great player for a long time. He's done. No, look, sometimes, I mean, he might sign a vet min deal for a year or something, but Aaron Jones, his time as a productive NFL rusher is over.
Is it so bad to say, hey, chat? Why am I getting mocked here in the...
It's that bad. It is that bad.
Oh, it's his chat.
How else do you want me to address the viewers? You want me to say listeners?
Just like listeners. Yeah, listeners.
Listeners?
Yeah.
Chat. It's called top chat.
You know what it is? It's not your fault. It's like the stupid, like... It's the stupid,
it's
current...
the middle schoolers who walk around saying, like, hey,
It's the stupid current, 14-year-old kids.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
I thought chat was very normal.
It is. It should be. But
Thank you.
You don't teach students, so you don't understand.
Thank you,
work with
resigned
adults.
karma.
Yeah.
Quote, I like Paul's takes.
Can we get an F in the chat for Paul?
I like a D-Mize, by the way.
D-Mize, Caleb over Love is effing egregious, Paul. I didn't say that. I said Love over Caleb. Do people listen when I speak
I think
on this
you
show?
I think you said Caleb over Love.
I know. I said I take
Caleb
Love.
over
I said I take Caleb, and I would take Love over Purdy. We just did a ranking of NFC quarterbacks, and I said Stafford, Love, Caleb.
I don't remember that.
It's
Jack,
on video
Well,
here.
we gotta
I'm
go back.
losing my mind.
We'll look at the tape.
Get an F in the chat for Paul.
Who gives worse
His
takes,
take.
me or you?
Oh, no question, Paul.
I actually think I agree.
This is rage.
Jack's a savant.
Like mine
When he's on, he's
will
on.
pan out and actually be correct.
If you're asking who gives better reasons, without a question, it's Paul.
I don't
If you're
need
asking who gives better takes, it's Jack.
But you know what that is? That's like, and I'm a teacher myself, but I hate when other
Jack,
teachers
you're a
do.
chicken sexer.
But I hate when other teachers do this. It's like, all right, solve 5 + 4. Give me your answer and show your work. Who cares about showing your work? If you get the answer, you get the answer. Like me, it's like, all right, I'll give a take. Reasoning maybe not great, but I give the right take. Paul can show wrong work, get a wrong answer. Would you really get the answer right, but not show work, or show bad work and get the wrong answer?
No, look, Jack, you're a chicken sexer. It is what it is. There's nothing wrong with being a chicken sexer.
I have sex with chickens.
No, that's not what it's. What?
Ziggy, you're telling Jack things. We just had this whole thing about maybe 20 minutes ago. Boom.
Jack, do you know what it means to be a chicken sexer?
Nobody knows what that means.
No, I mean, I would imagine it's what it sounds like.
I would say someone who has sex with
chickens.
chickens.
Yeah,
exactly what it sounds like. It's someone who determines the sex of a chicken. These are people like work on floors because you have to if you're working like an egg producing facility and the chicks are coming out, you have to send the males off to the grinder to be ground up, and the females you have to separate out. So what chicken sexers can do, and this is an unbelievable ability.
How much do they get paid?
They can just look at a chicken, like a little chick, and just know what sex it is. And somehow, this is what's even more incredible. They don't know how they do it. They can just tell. This is Jack in the NFL. He doesn't know why his takes are right, but they're just correct.
That's spot on.
Oh God.
Jack is literally a chicken sexer.
That is spot on.
He's the chicken sexer of the National Football League.
It doesn't feel like a Tuesday right now.
How much do they get paid?
Not much.
It can be less than I make as a TA.
If you're a really good chicken sexer in, say, California, where it's a high-paying sex industry, we're looking $40,000 a year.
That's got to be in line with.
I mean,
TAs, right?
Yeah, it's probably about the same.
Like when you first are in the school system.
But then the thing is, I don't know if you can move up. Can you move up in the chicken sexer world? Or?
You get to your cow sexers. You get to your horse sexers.
Chicken sexers. Because you're not sending cows off to the grinder when they're chicks, right? Or when they're babies.
Well, I mean,
you don't have 1,200 cows going past you an hour and you're sending 600 of them to the grinder and 600 of them to be
dark.
I could easily tell the difference between a male horse and a female horse, though. That's quite easy.
That's.
Zach knows what I'm talking about.
All right, let's.
All right, let's
wrap her up right there.
Let's wrap her
folks.
up. Yeah. All right. Well, we had over 200 people listening throughout this. That's pretty cool for March 3rd, Tuesday, March 3rd.
We've actually gained followers talking about chicken sexers.
The people want to know.
That's more
sexing
interesting.
Is one of the great problems in philosophy in the 21st century.
What? What is?
Chicken sexing.
Why is that
what's going on?
Listen,
is it true that they are they acquiring some new perceptual ability? Is it happening subconsciously? There's a lot of ways you might analyze the case of chicken sexing.
I think it's probably close to the way I view the NCAA tournament. You just get a feel, you kind of just
that doesn't explain how they're so accurate.
You cop a feel.
If someone could just look at the bracket and get it right 95% of the time, wouldn't you say something crazy is going on here?
Hunter, will we be talking March Madness? Yes, I was saying off the top of the show.
Tuesday
Monday,
not this Monday, the following Monday
after Selection
Sunday, we'll have a show with Ben Stevens of what?
VSIN.
VSIN. I always want to say his old.
What's that? The Vegas Sports Information Network.
Modern Sonic wants the March. I'll give my March Madness picks. Modern Sonic. I'll be at least 90%. I don't know what that stands for, VSIN, but it's a sports. I got to look more into it. It's a sports thing.
That has to be what it is, right? That has to be it.
What, Vegas?
I'm just saying, D. Mize comes in here and says he went back and looked at it and said, "You said 7, Caleb Love 8."
Yes, I wasn't ranking the guys there. I was listing.
Caleb 7, Love 8.
There's a list
Caleb
versus rank.
Love 8.
I was
listing. Are you telling me that 7 and 8 aren't ranking numbers?
That's also listing numbers, no?
If I say, Jared Goff is the 7th quarterback in the NFL, can I get away with saying,
you
he's
can
actually
list
number 3?
in no particular order.
I said I'm going to list.
You can be
12 quarterbacks.
If you're listing in no particular order, you don't give numbers.
Why?
No, you could.
I'm with Ziggy on this one.
Well, that's a stupid side to be on.
I think you could.
Someone says rank the best ice cream flavors. Say 1 pistachio, 2 mint chip, 3 spumoni. and someone goes, "You put mint chip over spumoni? Are you kidding?"
Well, what if somebody
I say,
said?
No.
What if somebody said
in no specific
What
order?
if somebody
you know,
said to me, "Tell me 5 flavors better than chocolate." And I went, "Okay, 1 vanilla, 2." Like, I'm not ranking it, but I'm listing it. Ziggy knows that head nod is it.
does Ziggy know?
That's a self-deprecating head nod there for Ziggy.
That's a self-depreciating head nod.
All right, let's wrap this.
All right.
We've been live 90 minutes.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back. I don't know when we'll be back next, but we wanted to get a show in today. A bachelor party this weekend.
Yeah, Paul's leaving us again.
Jack's younger brother. Huge basketball game tomorrow night.
Biggest game of my life.
Biggest game maybe in my life too.
Yeah.
Huge
It's up
game.
there.
Is it going to be a good bachelor party?
Should be. I think so. Should be a good, decent.
Do I know
bachelor
who
party.
it's for?
You do know who it's for.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I thought you for sure knew who it's for.
I mean, I can intuit based on you saying yes.
No, yeah, I'm assuming. But yeah, should be decent. So we'll see how it goes. Chocolate on its own. I can name. Dude, I love chocolate.